Human Rights Commission of the United Nations warned Spain that pre-trial detention should only be used as a last resort. Hello and welcome to Catalan News. The UN's Commissioner for Human Rights also expressed dismay at the use of violence by the Spanish police during the October 1st referendum. He referred to the events in the Commission's annual report, along with the Syrian war, the situation of the Rohingya community and the EU's migration policy, among others. Here at Catalan News we'll get you the details on this, and we'll also go through the latest political and judicial updates in the country. In today's show, we'll also hear the opinion on the Catalan issue of the president of an association of German-speaking businessmen. The issue of the next Catalan presidency is far from solved. While the date to swear in the new pro-independence candidate, Jordi Sanchez, has been set for next Monday, he remains in jail, so it's uncertain whether he'll be able to attend the parliament. The debate about the country's near future continues to be mixed with that of the near past, but also beyond. A senior official of the UN referred today to the leaders in pre-trial prison, such as Sanchez, but also to the October 1st referendum.
Dismayed by the violence. This is how the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights described his reaction to the Catalan referendum on independence. In a statement issued today, Zeid Ras al-Hussein made it clear, given what appeared to be excessive use of force by police, the Spanish government's characterization of police action as legal, legitimate and necessary is questionable. He also referred to the imprisonment of pro-independence leaders and reminded the Spanish authorities that pre-trial detention should be considered a measure of last resort. Considering the political situation in Catalonia these days, it is a timely reminder. There are 4 Catalan leaders in prison for pursuing independence. One of them, Jordi Sanchez, could become the next president of Catalonia on Monday, as long as the Spanish courts allow him to. Yet his party colleagues in Junts per Catalunya appear to be confident.
Continua sent Jordi Sánchez el nostre candidat a la investidura, per tant no entendríem que el Tribunal Suprem no s'afanyés a resoldre favorablement a la petició de llibertat.
But the prospects are bleak. The Supreme Court has previously rejected petitions by imprisoned leaders to attend Parliament. Xavier Domènech, the leader of the Catalonian Comú party, is not optimistic about the chances of the same judge making a different decision this time.
Esperem i creiem que hauria de deixar que Jordi Sánchez es pogués presentar, però sabem i coneixem pels precedents recents que l'actitud del Tribunal Suprem ha estat per limitar els drets de representació política.
It is yet to be seen whether Sanchez's election can put an end to the current political stalemate. But people at the grassroots level continue to mobilise. On Sunday, people will take to the streets to call for a government that will not abandon the independence bid. On the other side, unionists will mobilise the weekend after, calling for Catalonia to remain an essential part of Spain.
Political tension is still high in the country, and the Parliament Speaker, Roger Torrent, who is the most important authority in Catalonia until a president is elected, is feeling it firsthand. In a lunch with the members of a German-speaking business association yesterday, the Parliament Speaker faced a number of questions and comments. One member said that Torrent and the rest of the major pro-independence leaders should be jailed. Some days ago, Torrent denounced the existence of political prisoners in the country in a meeting with lawyers. That made some officials of Spain's judiciary system walk out. Now we can speak to Albert Peters, the president of this German-speaking business association in Spain, based in Barcelona. Thank you very much for being with us, Mr. Peters. First of all, do the controversial remarks by that businessman yesterday represent your association?
I think that's a way to talk so strong against the president of the Parliament of Catalonia was something which I, let's say, as a host of this event, I do not accept. But of course, we do have to have respect if a person has an opportunity to express his preoccupations about his worries about things happening here in Catalonia. So I like to talk about the message this person wanted to transmit, not about the manner he was asking the president.
What is the concern of your association's members? Independence or instability?
I think we fear especially each situation which is not a stable situation. You know, when you invest money, especially when you invest money in a foreign country, you need in a stable situation because you want that you have a return on invest. That's normal. And so we think that finally we have to come back here in Catalonia to a stable situation so that people can invest without fearing that they will lose their money due to decisions which are not taken by legal base.
Then would you accept independence if that were as a result of an agreement between Catalonia and Spain?
I don't want to talk really about the point of independency. I want to talk about security and an evolution to build up a strong Catalonia once again. That's for us is the most important thing. Each decision taken in a legal way between Catalonia and Madrid is a good decision for all the economic situation here in Catalonia.
Do you think having politicians in pre-trial prison helps with the dialogue?
I think people have to sit and to talk and to find a solution. With this I refer to the juridical situation as well as to the political situation and the social situation. So these three parts have to find a solution to solve this, to come back to a peaceful relation here in Catalonia between all the 7.5 million of Catalans.
Thank you very much, Mr. Peters.
Next time. Okay.
Moving on to economy, the area surrounding the Barcelona airport is set to become an even bigger hub for logistics in the country. This, if the Spanish government fulfills its plan presented today, which includes a €1.2 billion investment to transform the area into a logistics and aeronautics centre. Madrid also aims to create a pool of companies there focused on digital economy. One of the firms already in the area is Amazon, which presented today a new technology for its warehouse, including robots.
The future of logistics is technology, and more specifically, robotics. Long gone are the days of factory lines controlled solely by humankind. However, as it turns out, man and machine can coexist at the workplace. Such is the case at the Amazon Logistics Center outside of Barcelona. At the mega warehouse, 3,000 robots currently deal with the packing, moving, and shipping of products bought online. The plan is to have 6,000 robots running the logistics side of the warehouse in the future. Yet, this does not mean the multinational will be cutting back on human staff. As it stands, 200 people are currently employed at the facility, but this is expected to change in the near future.
Actualmente tenemos 200 personas con contratos indefinidos y le vamos a aumentar a 700 contratos indefinidos más o menos hasta junio.
Once the center is fully operational, a total of 1,500 workers will be employed there. But how does this futuristic warehouse work? Once a purchase on Amazon is finalized, the machinery at the logistics center is activated. Packages travel through a circuit of up to 22.5 kilometers of conveyor belts that move them from the unloading area to the warehouse and onward to distribution. The robot field occupies 130,000 square meters over 3 floors. Each robot can lift a weight of up to 1,500 kilos. The facility has the capacity to store 25 million products, although the company does not reveal what volume it is currently moving.
We've mentioned in our show several times that historical memory policies are quite relevant in Catalonia. Today we'll tell you about an initiative led by the Council of the Lleida region that brings us all the way to the Tel Aviv area in Israel in what was once Palestine back in the 40s.
From Catalonia to Palestine, a letter lost to time. Fanny Gewurz lived in the northern Catalan town of Sort when she wrote to her sister Rachel, living in Palestine. She had moved from France to Catalonia during the Second World War, crossing the Pyrenees to escape Nazi persecution against Jews. Years before, her sister Rachel had immigrated to Palestine. The letter was sent in 1944, yet her sister never received it, until now. More than 70 years after it was scribed, Rachel's son unveils its content.
And so she sent her the letter to tell her that she escaped successfully from the Nazis and that she's on her way to meet her in Israel.
From Spain to Portugal to Egypt, the letter passed from hand to hand, never arriving at its ultimate destination. But the letter's fate changed 1 year ago, when it was found back in the same town where it was sent. Now, the delivery of the letter lost to history has been completed in Rishon LeZion, to the south of Tel Aviv. The president of the Council of the Lleida region delivered the letter to its recipient and her relatives now in Israel. It is part of the Persecuted and Saved project, which aims to recover the memory of the thousands of Jews who crossed the Pyrenees in an attempt to save their lives from persecution. Rachel knows now that her sister wanted to join her in Palestine. Although it was a happy day for her relatives, Fanny herself will never find out that the letter finally made it to its destination. She sadly passed away 10 years ago.
Lleida is also the protagonist of our main culture story today. The city in western Catalonia is hosting the controversial work of art removed from Madrid's contemporary art fair last month. The opening of the exhibition was today, 2 weeks after it was supposed to be on display in Madrid. Visitors will be able to see the work up until April 22nd. It shows pixelated photos of several political leaders who are now in jail. The artist refers to them as political prisoners. This sparked controversy in the Madrid art fair Arco, and the organisers subsequently decided to remove it. A Catalan businessman bought the piece and decided to first show it in Lleida, where some Romanesque works removed following a judge's order last December. With spring just around the corner, the festival season is once again in sight, and now is as good a time as any to get tickets for some of the upcoming events. At the seaside coastal town of Cambrils, a popular hotspot for tourists, the Cambrils International Music Festival will celebrate its 44th edition this summer. It takes place from July 26th to August 12th, and tickets are already on sale. With that, we leave you for today, but we'll be back tomorrow. See you then.
La